Hi guys, Kai here and welcome back. This is episode 10 of the Football Manager 2018 Arsenal career. We've just played Newcastle United at the end of the last episode where we drew 2-2. Lacazette scoring a very late equaliser in that game after Newcastle actually went ahead very late as well. We've got a week to go before the January transfer window does open. I don't think we're going to be making many moves, but we have been linked with a move for Anthony Martial. So I think what we are going to do, we're going to at least make a bid for him and see what Manchester United come back and say. We do have Alex Iwobi and Danny Welbeck, of course, but I think Anthony Martial is a bit better, of course. He's going to be expensive if we do manage to get him in. I've added Danny Welbeck for a return to United, and things not looking good right now as we were trying to negotiate that. We'll wait and see what they actually officially come back and say. But as you can see, next game for Arsenal is a big one. It is against Liverpool at home. So we really need to win this one. Liverpool not in the best of forms, you have to say. Currently mid-table, down in 10th place. Very inconsistent football from them. And we are currently second. Win this and we will go back to the top of the Premier League. We're having a pretty decent season so far. If we can continue on all the way to the end of the season, we will be one of the hot favourites to lift the Premier League title. So hopefully we can do that. And if we can, obviously add Anthony Martial to the team as well. That would help us even more. But so far, 25 minutes in, you can see still goalless here at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal in possession though, passing it more centrally right now as Ozil tries to lift it over the top there. Switched onto the far side from Mkhitaryan, who plays it through, and there is Lacazette. He is in fine goal scoring form. He's had a few spells out through injury, but nothing too serious. And it's nice to see him yet again scoring for the Arsenal, giving us that 1-goal lead. Half an hour gone now, and Arsenal pushing forward, looking for another here. Here's Mesut Ozil then for Arsenal. Wilshere. Now Ozil again waiting for the run there, and there is the run. He couldn't put it in the back of the net, unfortunately, but Alex Iwobi was there with the rebound. And that does double Arsenal's lead, 2-0 as we now wait for the final whistle to blow. We're into the 93rd minute and we are looking for a third. Can we get it? Good defending there by Liverpool, and they do get the ball clear. And are they going to have enough time here to grab themselves a late goal? Push forward, good defending from Arsenal. Mustafi now for the Gunners. He gets the ball clear and actually went out of play for a goal kick, and that goal kick doesn't even get to be taken because the ref did blow his final whistle, and Arsenal have the 2 goals. And the 3 points. Manchester United, they dropped points against Everton. And Manchester City won. Chelsea actually lost there against, was it West Brom or West Ham? Went a bit too fast for me there. But more importantly, they did drop points. And here we are, the negotiations here with Anthony Martial. Not looking too great. We don't have a big wage packet to use, or transfer budget. Just over 53.5 million. There we go. We will say it right eventually. So it doesn't look like Anthony Martial is going to be coming. The negotiations not going great. They don't want Danny Welbeck. They want over 120 million for his services. So we just can't afford that, no matter how much we want to bring the Frenchman to the club. So it looks like we are going to be sticking with the players that we've got all the way to the end of the season. Rhys Nelson, no, I don't want to be losing him. His contract ends in, what, 18 months? So let's get Rhys Nelson started on a new contract as long as possible if we can. We're just going to lower things just a little bit, just save ourselves a little bit more funds. There we go. And that is all finalised, all done and dusted. The next game up then for Arsenal, as you can see, Tottenham did win their game earlier on in the day, 1-0 there against Everton. Arsenal are away from home taking on Burnley. Let's get another victory and get ourselves back to the top of the table after Tottenham got their work done earlier in the day. Manchester City, Chelsea, Man United just behind us. Burnley are down in the bottom 3, so they have a lot to fight for. There you can see the lineups for both sides. Burnley started with a 4-4-2, and Arsenal do have the usual top 4 of Iwobi, Ozil, Lacazette, and of course Mkhitaryan on the right wing. We had a good result in the last one against Liverpool. A nice 2-0 victory. Lacazette, of course, scoring. And it was Alex Iwobi getting the second, of course. Here is Mkhitaryan crossing yet again. And that is another assist for Mkhitaryan. He's been on fire since joining Arsenal. And it is Lacazette, of course, getting another goal for the Gunners. And Burnley pushing forward here, looking to get themselves on the score sheet. And they do exactly that. Just over an hour played here at Turf Moor. It is now Burnley 1, Arsenal 1. We are approaching the end of the game. We're going to make a change here because Bellerin has picked up a knock, so we want to save him for the coming up games. And 96 minute. We don't know late goals conceded here. Well played. Maybe one last attack for the Arsenal. Is it going to be enough time going forward? Nicely played in, and great defending there from Burnley. And that was probably going to be the last attack for the Arsenal. And there it is. The final whistle blows then at Turf Moor. It does end 1-1. Again, drop points for the Gunners, which is not the best news, but he was away from home, so we'll take it. Mesut Ozil, he picked up a knock. He's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. That's not what we wanted to see. Bellerin's not as long either. It's only 4 days, between 1 or 4 days for Bellerin. And some of our youngsters there doing pretty well actually, out on loan. Chelsea back to winning ways. They won 3-0 against Brighton. Manchester City picking up another victory. So too did Manchester United. So things got to change for Arsenal. Get ourselves back to winning ways after dropping points against Burnley. Change season expectations. I just want to qualify for the Champions League, to be fair. I guess we are the favourites to win the league as things stand right now, but Tottenham, of course, doing a good job keeping up with us at the top there. Icardi linked with a move to Chelsea, and Dolberg and Arthur, it was, linked with a move to Arsenal. I don't think we've scouted these guys, have we? I have no idea who Arthur is. We may have looked at him earlier on in the season, and we'll have a look later on. We don't have a lot of money to spend, of course. We did try and bring in Anthony Martial. Things don't look to be going well with that. We do have West Ham United next up in our next match. This is on New Year's Day. And Tottenham, wow, they got absolutely stuffed there. 5-0 against Bournemouth. Liverpool, they won. Manchester United dropped points and lost. Actually, Manchester City dropped points and Chelsea also dropped points. So we are currently top of the table. We have this game in hand. Win this and we can start building a gap between ourselves and the top teams behind us. So come on, boys. We are playing with the front two today. As you can see, Aubameyang is a strike partner for Lacazette. We've got Danny Welbeck starting on the left wing, and of course Mkhitaryan starting on the right with Ramsey, and I think it was Granit Xhaka in the middle there. Where, as you can see, Lanzini, he gets a goal scoring underway here at the Emirates Stadium. 1-0 to West Ham. We don't want that to finish. We don't want this to finish that way. So let's try and get ourselves an equalising goal before the break. Danny Welbeck just laying it back there. Granit Xhaka. Patient play here from Arsenal. Keeping possession though, that's the main important thing right now. Aaron Ramsey looking for somebody to run into some space. Not a lot of movement here from the midfielders of Arsenal. But here is Mkhitaryan. Crosses it in the middle, and what a shot that was. Danny Welbeck with a fantastic finish. I think it was on the volley. And Mkhitaryan yet again getting on the assist. And in fact, Mkhitaryan has picked up a knock here. He's going to have to go off. Who do we have to put on the right side? Joe Willett, the youngster. He's actually not done too bad when he's come on. So hopefully he can keep the good performances going on that right side. And for him, 1-1 it is. 20 minutes remaining here at the Emirates Stadium. And come on, boys. Let's try and find ourselves a winning goal. Here is Joe Willett switching play onto that far side for Danny Welbeck. Has support. Kolasinac crosses, and Kolasinac gets an assist. It is Alexandre Lacazette who heads it into the back of the West Ham goal. We do have the lead for the first time of the game, and we're even looking for a third here, and we find it. That is the third goal there for Arsenal. Lacazette yet again scoring for Arsenal. He's got 2 today. Danny Welbeck's got 1. Aubameyang, unfortunately, not at the best of games. We have put on... Who was it? El Nene coming on. We want to play a little bit more defensive now that we do have the 2-goal advantage. So we'll put him in there. Actually, I'm going to play him more centrally and put Granit Xhaka as the CDM. Although they probably should be reversed. But I wanted a little bit more fresher legs there in the middle of the park for Arsenal. So it is El Nene who comes in as centre mid. Xhaka down to CDM. And it looks to have done the job because we're still leading here 3-1. We're just waiting for the final whistle, and there it is. Another 3 points for Arsenal, and that of course means that we do start breaking away from the teams just behind us in the Premier League. Mkhitaryan is going to be out between 3 to 6 weeks. That is not good news at all. We really did not need that. He's been absolutely superb for us the last few games, We do have an FA Cup game. This might be the last game of today's episode, actually. We are playing against Sheffield United. We've met them quite a few times in cups in recent years, so fingers crossed we can go out and do the job, get ourselves through to the next round. We do have Nketiah starting alongside Lacazette, who is in form. Joe Willock starts. Iwobi's back in the starting lineup as well. And we do have our young Greek defender in there as well. Chambers starting at right back. And Ospina, of course, our cup goalkeeper, starting between the sticks. So 15 minutes gone and still no goal here at the Emirates Stadium, but Arsenal are pushing forward, looking the most dangerous. And there it is. There's the first goal of the game. Alex Iwobi laying it off there, straight across the middle of the box, and it is Eddie Nketiah who scores the first goal of the game. And it's nice to see the youngsters getting on those goals. And we are pressing forward here, looking for a second. We want to try and get this one wrapped up as soon as possible. And I think that one took a deflection, and it did. O'Connell is who scores the own goal there for Sheffield United. Unfortunate for him, but Arsenal do take a 2-goal lead into the final couple of minutes, and it is going to be Arsenal who progress through to the next round of the FA Cup. It is a competition which we want to go out and try and win, of course. And as you can see, we dominated from start to finish, 2-0, and even got the youngsters in on the goals as well. But before we do end today's episode, let's just have a quick look there. Rhys Nelson making his Arsenal debut, which is also good news. And Joe Willock, he wants a new contract, which we don't mind doing. Let's get this sorted, try and keep him in there. Remember, he is the reserve right winger right now for Arsenal, especially as Mkhitaryan is currently out injured. And let's just do the 4th round draw then of the FA Cup before we do end today's video. And Arsenal still yet to be drawn there. Bolton against Mansfield. There's Arsenal against Norwich City. We do have the home tie. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.